Hey guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. My name is Jennifer Brandt. I am the Star Director of Wickless Sense team. And if you are watching this video, that means you are a star consultant and you guys are reaching for Superstar Consultant. And I'm really excited to do this video. This one is a huge one because this is the big leap for you in order to hit director. So it's the step before director, and I know a lot of people don't get this far. So if you are this far, you are a star consultant, you just hit it and you're working on Superstar, you guys should be absolutely proud of yourself because it is not easy. It is not easy. If you are here, that means you are sponsoring, you are leading the way, you have the sales that you need to get there, and that is honorable. That is absolutely amazing. So at this point, to promote to star, you had to have, and you've already done it, you just did it, you had to have 2 active frontline. You had to have 500 PRV, that is your leadership amount money that you have to have each and every month to get paid a title. And as a group, as everybody from you and below you, you guys had to have 2,500 GWV, which is group wholesale volume, together in order for that to happen. So if you've watched any of the other videos up to this point, I have been using this chart because this is the best way that I can think of to explain it to you. Your PRV, you should know by now, if you are a star consultant, you know that your PRV is your total sales. You should already know by now that your GWV is your group sales that you have. Now remember, I have told you guys, though, if you have it's only 75% of your total sales. So for example, if your downline's not doing anything and you have 1,000 PRV in right now, that only counts as 750 GWV. So the total number of sales is actually only 75%, which equals your GWV. Your PWV is your personal wholesale volume. This is again 75% of your own sales, okay? Before I get into, just in case this is one of my downline who is watching this video and didn't need to watch all those other ones because they've already hit star consultant, I want to fill you in a little bit on title versus rank, because this is something that is really, I feel like a lot of people don't understand. It's a lot, it can get really confusing, and I like to go over it with you guys. So the one thing that I do to remember is your title. Your title at this point is star consultant. And I always stress to you guys about getting paid at title because you want to get paid as a star consultant. But if you notice in your workstation, you're going to see title and you're going to see rank. Your rank is only what you're performing at. That is what you're going to get paid at. You're not going to get paid at star if you're only performing as a lead. So that is the one thing that I always try to, how I try to look at it to understand it, is that yes, you have a title and there's a rank. I am a star director. But if I have downline that's not performing and I don't have at least 3 active frontline, I can't get paid at title. I'm going to get paid as a director because that's what I'm ranking at. That is what I am performing at. So that is the best way to try to remember that. So when I talk about, and I'm shouting you out for being paid at title, that's a big deal because you're going to be getting paid more money because you're performing well. Your team is performing well. All right. So I wrote some notes down so that way I don't miss anything because this is such a big deal. This is a step toward hitting director, and that I know that's what everybody's goals are. Well, actually your goals are probably hitting SSD, but that's going to come as long as you utilize these things that I tell you, that will happen. Because everything from here on out, it's only up from here. You guys are already at the point where you're seeing the blessing, you're seeing your paycheck, you're seeing the success, and you guys are thriving, okay? In order to promote to superstar consultant, you have to have your 500 PRV. That 500 PRV is for every title. When you are a director, you have to have 500. When you are a star director, you have to have 500. But you guys, it should become easier and easier the longer and the more you move up in this business, because you are developing a solid foundation of a customer base for yourself. In order to promote, you now have to have 3 active frontline. You need to have 3 people who you have personally sponsored who are active for the month. And by this point, if you have been watching these videos or you've watched any of my other trainings, you guys know that I encourage you to grow deep and wide, because not every month everybody's going to perform the same. Not everybody's in this business for the same reasons that you are. You can't assume because you have 3 active frontline, then that's it, I got all my requirements, and you quit, because that is not the case. You need to be continuously recruiting and sponsoring every single month. The golden rule, if I don't teach you anything, if I don't tell you like how I do, I personally try to recruit 2 people a month and get 2,000 PRV a month. And I do it all over again. If there's one thing that you do not get out of this, make sure you guys understand, try to push for sponsor 2 people a month and get 2,000 PRV. If you do this consistently, you will grow fast. Okay? Because all it takes is one rock star. It only takes one rock star to completely change your business. And you need to make sure at this point that you are training those people that you are sponsoring. You cannot sponsor them and expect them to know what they're doing. But I have this boards app for you. As you sponsor, send them this boards app. I'll send them my personal link so they can have access to the same training material that you have. But I'm hoping by everyone looking through these folders that everybody's going to not, I'm afraid that when I'm training people, I'm missing things. There's things that I'm missing, and this way I'm able to control and not forget to mention this or forget to mention that everybody's getting trained the same. So if you introduce them to this app, and you train them up and you encourage them and you lift them up and bring them up with you and you shout them out, they will thrive with you. Let's see. So, and after your 3 active frontline, you need to have 6,000 GWV. That is your group wholesale volume. You have to have 6,000 GWV. Okay, so at this point, you're thinking, wow, that's a big jump, 2,500 to 6,000. Yeah, that's a bit of a jump. But by now, those other frontline that you have sponsored to get to this point should also be sponsoring. And those numbers will count in your GWV. It will get easier and easier for you to hit your numbers if you are teaching your team how to sponsor and duplicate what you're doing. All right, golden rule. I just mentioned that. I went out of order a little bit because I'm very passionate about it. You're 2 by 2 and then duplicate. If you sponsor 2 people a month, you try to aim for your 2,000 PRV a month, and you train your team to do the same, they will duplicate what you are doing and you will grow fast. Okay? How are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? How are we going to get our PRV? How are we going to get that 2,000? It's really not that hard. At this point, you guys are already getting your solid customer base. You should be treating your customers like gold. People are going to start talking about you, how wonderful the consultant that they're using is. They're going to refer people to you. And you're going to have that solid foundation. So as you are having parties, you're going to be growing and meeting new people. You are going to be doing follow-ups with those people. You're going to be constantly growing and even getting more PRV. So each month it should get better and better. You're going to have months that it's not as good as others. That happens to me. I'm not perfect every single month. But you have to make sure that you are partying. your consistency will start becoming, when you're consistently taking care of your customers, you're becoming your own, I guess you're creating that community for yourself, your name for yourself. You should be able to, once you're consistently doing the 2x2 and duplicate it, you should, honestly, I mean, I know I can, because I have a solid customer foundation, I can hit annual sales just on my regular loyal customers alone. Because I have developed it, I have treated it like my baby, to where they treat me like gold back. I treat them like gold and they treat me like gold because they send their people to me. If they see someone on Facebook posting about having a consultant, I get tagged to it. If they are getting something in the mail and they've had company over and they're like, hey, where'd you get that? Instead of saying Scentsy, they send them to me. We should be giving excellent care to our customers, so that way our customers will take care of us. So whenever we're doing other things like our LTO launches and all these things, or when we're partying and getting these orders from people we normally don't get orders from, that should be icing on the cake. You should have no trouble getting PRV as long as you're getting your name out there. Understanding how to promote. You have to sponsor. There's no way around it. If you want to get paid at title, you have to sponsor. And when you sponsor these people, you have to actually help them and sponsor them. Lead from the front. If you want to be a leader and you want to promote, then you need to lead the people that you are sponsoring. Lead them the way that you wanted led. If you were sponsored by somebody other than myself and you didn't get sponsored the way that you would have liked, make sure that doesn't happen again. Lead them the way that you would want to be led. Okay. Creating good habits now is something that you should be doing. Like you have to be getting your 500 PRV, but I already mentioned your goal should be 2,000 because you want to hit annual sales, guys. You want to get 2,000. Well, actually, if you break it down, it's 2,500 a month to get that. You need to party hard. Party. Because you already have your solid customer foundation at this point. You already got your loyal customers. As you party, you're going to be getting more orders. That is just icing on the cake. You are creating new customers. You are meeting new people. You are having new join opportunities. You are talking about the opportunity with them during the party. You are creating a relationship by going live with them, making yourself stand out so they'll choose you as the consultant. Host flipping. You guys should be offering to flip these parties. You need to grow. You will make more and you will grow further if you flip and give them the party if they do well. If you have someone who is willing to join, give them that party, make it their launch party, and boom, you can start growing wide and deep. Leadership mindset. Leadership mindset. What do I mean by that? What I mean is, how are you performing as a leader? Are you excited about where you're at? Are you excited about being a star? Are you excited about being a superstar consultant? Is that what you're pushing for? Your mindset will be contagious. And when you share that with your downline and you share that with your team, they will duplicate that. They will do the same things. But you got to show them how you're working. If you're not getting 500 PRV in each month, you're not getting 2,000 PRV each month, you're not sponsoring, your team's not going to sponsor. You have to sponsor. You have to get PRV in order to move up. You have to. And if you're not doing these things as a leader, your team's going to see you and they're not going to duplicate that. You have to do these things. So that is really it. I hope this helps. You guys should be partying hard. You guys, between the club and we have so many things that we can get PRV from. We have so many different things that Scentsy gives us to help us grow with LTOs. I've made connections with people over LTOs, people who love Disney, people who love Harry Potter. They become friends. You have to be open and you have to be creating these relationships with your customers, with Facebook friends, social media. You have to be working your story. You have to be present. You need to be very open about Scentsy. And if you're not doing those things, you are not going to go anywhere. You need to be sharing it on your main Facebook page. A lot of people are afraid. They keep it in their VIP page. You can't, because not everybody's in your VIP. And if they're not paying attention to your VIP page, then they're not going to see it in their news feed, and they're never going to see the content that you're providing. But you got to be posting on your main Facebook page as well. You got to be sharing it on Instagram. You have to be sharing it in your stories. You should be making reels. Everybody goes to social media differently. Some people watch the reels only. Some people do the news feed only. Some people watch the stories only. Everybody looks at Facebook and social media differently, and you need to make sure that you are reaching all the areas, not being spammy, but sharing. You don't have to toss a link up there every time that you post something about Scentsy. And heaven forbid, I have plenty of content on this app that if you need real photos, go find the photo. I have a folder for everything. Use real photos share. Make sure you are opening your mouth, because if you're not opening your mouth, your business is closed and no one will know to buy. So many people write me and tell me, hey, I can't get no one to join my team. I can't get nobody at a party. I go to their Facebook page and I look and I'm like, well, I can't even tell that you're a Scentsy consultant. I don't see anything. I don't see anything about you are a Scentsy consultant. I don't see you posting anything. So as far as I'm concerned, it looks like your business is closed because your mouth's closed. You're not posting anything. How they know to buy from you if you're not talking about it? Show compassion. Show you're authentic. Show that you love the product. When I talk about Scentsy, look at me. I love it. And if you are in this business as far as you are, like if you're a star consultant already, obviously you love it too. Show them, make them feel how much you love it. Because then they're going to be curious and they're going to come to you and they're going to buy from you, but you got to take care of them. You got to give them good customer service. Anyways, I hope you guys understand. If you are here now, you guys are pushing for superstar consultant and it can happen fast. But you got to do these things. You got to get your 500 in. You got to have 3 active frontline. And you got to have 6,000 GWV. That sounds hard, but if you are teaching your people that you've sponsored to duplicate what you're doing, to sponsor also, and you are leading them from the front, they will sponsor and you will hit that 6,000 GWV before you know it. It's actually not that hard as long as you guys are growing. The more people you have on the team, even if they're not getting completely active, those numbers add up fast. You will hit it. And before long, you're going to be a director. And you're going to be leading and doing your own team. You're going to have your own team page. You're going to be having all these things. So if you have any questions about anything that I've talked about, please let me know. I am here cheering you on. I know you can do it. You just have to have the mindset of a leader. Have the mindset, because your team is watching you. And if you're not leading from the front and doing the things that you need to be doing to hit these milestones, your team's not going to do it either. If your team doesn't see you working, they're not going to work. You need to be in the back on the sidelines cheering them on, just like I'm cheering you on, because I want this blessing for all of you guys, because this is a blessing. Anyways, I hope you guys have a good one.